Japan readies anti-missile defense for North Korea rocket. Japan has ordered missile defense system to be prepared in response to the planned launch of North Korean long-range rocket next month, Japanese Defense Minister Naoki Tanaka has said. Reports said the defense systems would be deployed near the island of Okinawa to shoot down the rocket should threaten Japanese territory. North Korea says the rocket will put a satellite into orbit. But the US and its allies believe the launch is a pretext for missile test. Grave provocation, Pyongyang said last week it was to mark the 100th birthday of its late great leader Kim Il-sung with the launch. The announcement drew widespread criticism that the launch would violate UN Security Council resolutions. The resolutions were imposed after a similar launch in April 2009. Japan is particularly concerned as the last North Korean rocket was launched over the country. I have ordered officials to prepare and deploy the PAC-3 and Aegis warships, Mr. Tanaka said. The Japanese parliament also passed a resolution condemning the launch. South Korea, China, and US have also expressed concern over the planned launch. It will be grave provocation threatening the peace and security of the Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia, the South Korean Foreign Ministry said in a statement. Nuclear envoys of South Korea and Japan held talks in Seoul to work out how they would respond if a launch were to go ahead, South Korea's Yonhap news agency reported. Meanwhile, Chinese state-run news agency Xinhua said Deputy Foreign Minister Zhang Jiyun met Pyongyang's ambassador to express Beijing's worry. U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton called North Korea's announcement highly provocative. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said any launch could discourage aid donors. Such an act would undermine recent positive diplomatic progress and, in its effect on international donors, would likely worsen the humanitarian situation inside the country, he said in a speech in Singapore. Indian man waits 6 decades for a university award. A gold medal in academics has been awarded to an Indian publisher in his 90s after a delay of 6 decades. Dinanath Malhotra was awarded a gold medal for his MA from Punjab University in Lahore in 1944. But the partition of the subcontinent into India and Pakistan in 1947 prevented him from receiving the medallion until now. Mr. Malhotra is the owner of the popular Indian publishing house Hind Pocket Books in Delhi. In those days, topper MA was awarded a gold medal and I won it in the year 1944, Mr. Malhotra told reporters. These medals were made in England, so at the convocation we were given dummy medals and we had to wait for the original gold medal to be awarded later. But in the wait, Mr. Malhotra case got a bit longer, 68 years to be precise. India was partitioned in 1947 and Lahore became part of Pakistan. Mr. Malhotra shifted to India and forgot about the medal. A few years ago, he casually mentioned it in a meeting of Indian Publishers Union with a senior official in Human Resources Development Ministry. The official pursued the matter with the Vice Chancellor of the Punjab University and it was agreed that the medal would be awarded to Mr. Malhotra in Lahore. But fate had another twist in store. Mr. Malhotra was all set to travel to Lahore when Mumbai came under attack from extremists in November 2008 and the trip was cancelled. The medal was finally awarded at the Pakistan High Commission in Delhi on Friday. Mr. Malhotra is happy that he has his medal, but he also feels that he missed an opportunity to visit Lahore, the city of his youth. I keep remembering the life at Lahore. People had great love for each other and we used to hug each other whenever we met, he said. This is great. I had never dreamt that I could get this back. This is a great honor, not only for me, but for the academic circle, both in India and in Pakistan. We'll move on to the business world. Obama names surprise World Bank candidate Jim Yong-Kim. President Obama has nominated Korean-born U.S. academic Jim Yong-Kim to be the next president of World Bank. The nomination of the Dartmouth College president and development expert is a surprise, as he was not mentioned as a contender over the past weeks. 3 African countries have endorsed the nomination of Nigerian Finance Minister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. A U.S. citizen has led the bank since it was founded in 1944, but developing nations say it's time for change. Amidst this growing pressure, President Obama stressed Dr. Kim's international experience in a statement announcing the nomination. Welcome to the world of science. Giant asteroid Vesta resembles a planet. The giant asteroid Vesta possesses many features usually associated with rocky planets like Earth, according to data from NASA probe. Vesta has been viewed as a massive asteroid, but after studying the surface in detail, scientists are describing it as a transitional. The Dawn spacecraft has been orbiting Vesta, one of the solar system's most primitive objects, since July 2011. They have documented many unexpected features on its battered surface. Mission scientists presented their latest result at the Lunar Planetary Science Conference (LPSC) in the Woodlands, Texas. Dawn's principal investigator, Christopher T. Russell, told a meeting that the science team found it hard not to refer to the object as a planet. He said the rounded asteroid showed evidence of geographical processes that characterizes rocky worlds like Earth and the Moon. And in sports, Hamilton fastest in Malaysian GP practice. Lewis Hamilton showed McLaren is again the team to beat in this weekend's Malaysian Grand Prix by setting the fastest time in both practice sessions on Friday. It has been a good day for me, Hamilton said. We have made a few changes to the balance of the car since the last race and I am much happier. Around here, overtaking will be a little more possible than in Melbourne. Nevertheless, starting from the front will be the best position for the race, and that's what I will be doing tomorrow. Mercedes' Nico Rosberg were 4th fastest in the afternoon, ahead of Toro Rosso's Daniel Ricciardo and Ferrari's Fernando Alonso. Although the best times were more than 3 seconds off last year's pole position lap, indicating much room for the improvement on Saturday. Now, before we close today's bulletin of news analysis, let's have a recap of the main points. Somalia pirates, European Union approves attack on land bases. Trayvon Martin, Obama says teenager's death a tragedy. Norway plans revised health law ahead of Breivik trial. China to end organ donations from executed prisoners. Japan readies anti-missile defense for North Korea rocket. Indian man waits 6 decades for University Award from Lahore. And there we end today's bulletin of news analysis. Be with us in the coming weeks too. Thank you.